Hello, and welcome back, my Sunny Days family. It's me, Jolly, and I'm so excited to be back with you this brand new year of 2025. Can you believe we made it? We're here, we're shining, and ready to embrace all the good vibes this year has to offer. Now, I know I took a little break, holidays, family, and just life, but let me tell you, I have missed you all so much. This space, this connection, it's truly where my heart feels at home. So, what can you expect from Sunny Days this year? Well, more laughs, more inspiring stories, and of course, that warm glow we bring to every topic. Whether it's inspiring stories, celebrating a variety of people who will brighten your day, or just a place to unwind, we're tuning up the sunshine every single episode. Today, we're starting fresh, hitting reset, and setting the tune for an incredible year. So grab your favorite drink, find your happy spot, and let's dive into the first episode of 2025 together. Are you ready? Let's soak up those sunny vibes. As we welcome 2025, I've been reflecting on something that feels more important than ever: our connection, one to another. In a world that moves so fast, it's easy to feel like we're all in our own little bubbles. But when we pause and really look around, we see how deeply we're all connected. Did you know that studies show the single biggest predictor of happiness isn't money? It isn't success. It's not even health. It's the quality of our relationships. Here's a story I ran across that stuck with me from 2024. A bunch of researchers published a study tracking people for over 80 years. Yep, 80 years. They found that the happiest people weren't those with the most achievements or possessions, but those who nurtured meaningful connections with others. Think about it. Our conversations, our shared laughter, and even the moments when we lend an ear to someone in need. All of these create ripples of connections that echo far beyond what we can see. During the past year, we came across countless examples of people coming together in extraordinary ways, from neighbors helping neighbors in times of need to strangers forming bonds over shared stories online. It's these moments that remind us what truly matters. So, as we step into this fresh chapter of 2025, let's make it a year of intentional connection. Call that friend you've been thinking about. Smile at that stranger. You never know how much that might mean to them. And let's remember that in this vast, beautiful, and sometimes chaotic world, we're all part of the same story. Because at our core, we're here for each other. And together, we can make this year not just brighter, but richer with love, kindness, and true connections. So here's to us, all of us, and the bonds that make life worth living. Cheers to 2025. And here's a story to kick off the year with joy and inspiration. On New Year's Day, a remarkable woman, Miss Grace Harper, celebrated her 100th birthday. That's right, she was born January the 1st, 1925. Grace rang in her centennial birthday surrounded by 5 generations of family. Grace's story is a testament to resilience and the beauty of a life well lived. Over the past centuries, she's witnessed some of the most incredible moments in history. From the invention of the television to landing on the moon and even the rise of the internet. But what makes her story even more special is her outlook on life. When asked about her secret to reaching 100, Grace smiled and said, "Stay curious, stay kind, and always keep dancing." Her family shared that Grace has always been the heart of their family gatherings, known for her homemade apple pies and the ability to light up any room with her laughter. Even now, she leads a weekly book club and volunteers at the local community center, proving that age is just a number when it comes to making a difference. On her big day, her community threw her a huge surprise birthday, complete with a marching band, 100 balloons, and a cake that could rival the ball drop in Times Square. Grace blew out the candles, to the cheers of Happy New Year and Happy 100. Her story reminds us that every year is a gift. Every moment is an opportunity to create memories, connect with others, and celebrate life. So again, as we step into 2025, let's take a page from Grace's book. Be curious, be kind, and find a reason to dance, even if it is just in your own living room. Here's to Grace and all of us making this year unforgettable. Happy New Year and happy 100th Miss Grace. And now, a jolly chat story we'll call A New Dawn in the Bronx. It was a crisp January morning in the Bronx, the kind that carried a mix of fresh promise and old determination. On the corner of 149th Street and River Avenue, the new Unity Recreation Center stood as a gleaming beacon of hope, ready to open its doors to the community. The projects, months in the making, had been fueled by the hands and hearts and hopes of volunteers across generations, teenagers, senior citizens, and families all pitching in to make this vision a reality. The center wasn't just a building, it was a dream come true for so many in the neighborhood. For years, parents and educators had voiced the need for a safe space where an at-risk youth aged 13 and 19 could find mentorship, express themselves, and build skills for a brighter future. The answer came in the form of Unity Center, a hub where basketball courts met art studios, a state-of-the-art music lab set next to cozy student corners, and a rooftop garden awaited hands ready to plant seeds of possibility. This place was built by love, said 17-year-old Ava, one of the youth ambassadors who had helped organize this effort. We had seniors teaching us how to sand wood and paint walls. Families brought food while we worked late. And every single person, she said, showed up like they belonged here, because they do. One of those seniors, 82-year-old Miss Geraldine Taylor, became a favorite face at the center. A retired carpenter, she spent weeks showing teens how to build furniture for the game room. I told them, if you can build a table, you can build a life. And boy, did they build, she said. Her voice was rich with pride. Across the hall, Brian and Sophia Alvarez, a young couple with 3 kids, had led weekend workshops, teaching teens to design murals that now brighten the center's walls. Our kids will grow up seeing what happens when people come together. That's what this place is about, Sophia said. The grand opening day was electric. The DJ booth manned by 15-year-old Jamal, a budding artist who had learned to spin records at the center's pre-opening workshops, pulsed with beats that echoed down the block. Tables filled with foods donated by local restaurants lined the sidewalks, while kids and parents laughed over basketball games on the outdoor courts. Inside, local youth proudly gave tours, showing off everything from the tech lab to the dance studio. This is my favorite part, said 14-year-old Liz, pointing to the community kitchen. I'm going to learn to cook meals for my family here, and one day I'm going to be a chef. Yes. In the multi-purpose room, a ribbon-cutting ceremony took place. The center's director, Olivia Martinez, gave an impassioned speech. Unity Center is more than just a space, she said. It's a promise to our youth, to our elders, to every single person who calls the Bronx home. This is where potential meets opportunity. By that evening, the rooftop garden sparkled with fairy lights as the first ever Unity dinner brought everyone together. Kids sat alongside elders, sharing stories of their lives and dreams. Families marveled at the transformation of what had once been a vacant lot and been turned into a thriving sanctuary. As the sun set on the first day of Unity Center, the glow wasn't just from the lights. It was from the sense of connection and possibility that filled the air. For the Bronx and for every person who had been a part of this journey, 2025 was starting out on the best foot forward, united, inspired, and ready for the future filled with hope. And for the youth who walked through those doors, the center wasn't just a place to be, it was a place to become. The end. Alrighty, my Sunny Days family. Let's kick off the new year with some fun facts about New Year itself. Some might surprise you. Did you know that the first recorded New Year celebration happened over 4,000 years ago? It was in ancient Babylon around 2000 BCE, and they didn't celebrate on January 1st. Instead, their new year began in late March, marking the spring equinox. And did you know the iconic Times Square ball drop in New York City started in 1907? The first ball was made of iron, wood, and 100 light bulbs. Today's ball, whoa, it's a dazzling sphere covered with Waterford crystal and generally weighs 1,200 pounds. Talk about a glow up, right? And did you ever wonder why champagne is the drink of choice for New Year's? Well, it dates back to the world celebrations in the 17th century. The French aristocrat loved its sparkling bubbles, and over time it became the ultimate party drink to toast new beginnings. Interesting. And here's a modern one. Did you know the most common New Year's resolution is to exercise more? According to recent studies, it tops the list almost every year. But here's the kicker. Less than 10% of the people actually stick with the resolution. So let's make ours realistic and fun this year, shall we? Think of something fun. And there you have it. Here's some fun did you know and a little sparkle to 2025. Which one surprised you the most? Drop me a message. Let me know. And what's happening in our entertainment world for 2025? Well, coming into 2025, we've got a few good movies to be looking out for. Captain America Brave New World should be debuting in February of 2025. March of this year should be Snow White, followed by The Fast and the Furious. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning coming out, part 2, coming out in May 23rd. We've also got the Jurassic World 4 being released this summer, also this summer being released, Superman Legacy, and at the beginning of fall, Batman Part 2. We'll have some good ones to be looking into for this year, won't we? Not until the very end of the year, we should be looking for Wicked Part 2, the conclusion to the adaptation of the beloved musical, revealing the untold story of Oz. Well, 2025 does look like an exciting year for moviegoers. Something for everybody. We'll have to delve into these as the year moves along. Well, as we come to a close of today's episode, let us remember that the stories and the time we share connecting with each other just reminds us of the goodness that surrounds us every day. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So do find your beauty, do shine, and do share it. Remember to spread love, joy, and positivity whenever and wherever you may go. We'll see you next week for some more stories, some entertainment, and some did you know. Until then, peace and love always. And thanks for tuning in to the Sunny Daze Podcast. Once again, Happy New Year.